digging down this hole, you know. And it were hot, so I stopped for a minute to take a break, you see. And I sees these two tarts, them two girls there, sort of walking down the road like, and they comes up close, so I give them the whistle, you know. Calls out my appreciation, see.
Today at Fulchester Crown Court, two teenage girls, Beryl Betts and Deanna Fine, stand charged with robbery and wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm to William Tucker, a gas board employee. Mr. Stephen Harvesty appears for Deanna Fine, Mrs. Celia Harker represents Beryl Betts, and Mr. Michael Bloom acts for the prosecution. Judge Quinlan presides. The case you are about to see is a fictional one, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public.
And what happened when you called out? Was there any response, Mr. Tucker?
Yeah, well, tell the truth, they didn't look too friendly, like, you know, they didn't say nothing. So anyways, I makes a little joke then, you know, something like, mind you don't frighten the sunshine away. Oh, and another little joke, sir, like, going to a fancy dress party then. You know, you've seen us how they were all, like, you know, dressed up so funny.
Mr. Bloom, before we go any further, may we have some identification of the two young ladies in question?
I'm sorry, Your Honour. Mr. Tucker, did you attend an identification parade on the 29th of August, 1978?
Oh, yeah. Well, at least, I think it were then.
It was. Did you identify two girls?
Yeah, there was that one with the pigtails and the big one.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker.
Yes, carry on.
And so they were dressed funnily?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Unusually or comically?
Yeah, well, like both, you know, with chains and sort of dangling safety pin things. Hey, and they had bright pink socks on.
In fact, aggressively, calculated to...
Your Honour, I object.
Quite. Mr. Bloom, you're leading your witness in the most blatant way.
I'm sorry, Your Honour?
Well, we're not here to pass judgment on contemporary fashion.
I was merely seeking to establish that the two defendants were dressed in a manner calculated not to pass without comment in the streets.
Oh, I think that point's been made, but I fail to see the relevance of it.
Very well, Your Honour.
Let's get on.
In response to your joking, did the two defendants then speak to you?
Yeah. Yeah, the big one says, do you what? Leave off. Hey, and the little one, yeah, well, you know, I can't really tell you what the little one says, because it was like dead rude, you know.
And what did you do?
Well, I got on with me digging, didn't I? Yeah, after about a minute had gone by, I looks up again and blow me. Hey, the two of them standing right next to me jacket.
Your jacket?
Yeah, well, you know, like I says, it were hot, you know, and I'd left my jacket hanging on the fence, you see.
And was there anything in the pockets?
Yeah, there was my wallet with about, like, 10 quid in onces. Hey, and 2 sausage rolls.
May he be shown Exhibit 1? Now, is that the wallet which was in your jacket on the 28th of July, 1978?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Thank you. And what did you do when you saw the two defendants standing beside your jacket in which your money was?
Yeah, so I think, you know, thieving bitches. So I calls out to them, hey, what you up to? Challenging them, like, you know. Hey, and they both turned round. I mean, you know, dead guilty looking.
No, you mustn't tell us what conclusions you drew, Mr. Tucker. You mustn't say what you thought they looked like.
Oh.
Now, were they touching the jacket, either of them?
No. No, but they were hiding it, like. No, I mean, you know, they were standing in front of it. I mean, I couldn't see their hands, like, because they were keeping them out of sight. Yeah.
And who spoke next?
The big one, Beryl Betts. Yeah, she said, oh, this your coat, then? You know, and I told them, like, to leave my jacket be and get lost. And she says, I won't touch your coat, I don't want to catch your fleas. So I tells them to, you know, go away, or else, like. Well, I mean, they just stood there, didn't they? You know, making mock of me. So I climbs up out of the hole. And then Deanna Fine, she yells, you come near us and we'll stitch you up proper, mate. Well, I goes up to him, just to get the jacket, like, you know.
And did you reach your jacket?
No, I mean, they come at me. Like a pack of bitches they were. I mean, I was terrified, I were. I mean, well, I weren't expecting that, you know. You don't expect girls to behave like they was. You know, I mean, they were like perverted maniacs, you know, wrong in the head. I mean, you expect girls to act proper, don't you? You know, look nice and be like, I mean, I want to be able to get on with my job, don't I? I mean, it's not safe to be on the streets with girls like them rampaging, you know.
Mr. Tucker, please don't allow your feelings to run away with you. You're here to tell us what happened, and that's all.
Yes, Your Honour, yeah. Hey, but it makes you think, though, doesn't it?
As you approached your jacket, did both the defendants move towards you?
Well, yeah, like I said, you know, they come at me threatening like. So what I did was I moved up to that one, Beryl Betts, and I took hold of her collar, you know, and, well, you know, I thought she might run away, you see. I mean, she done it, I mean, I should know,
Mr.
you know.
Tucker, no.
And what did you say?
Yeah, well, I says, what have you been up to then? And then I shakes her, just to frighten her a bit, you know.
And did Beryl Betts do anything?
Well, I mean, she punched me in the throat, right here, right out. She did. I went out like a light.
Excuse me, mister, but that fella's fibbing to you. I never.
You'll not speak until you are asked by your counsel to do so.
But, sir, I never. Sir downright lied, that is.
Please be quiet.
But, sir, he's lying.
Be quiet. You'll have your chance to speak later. In the meantime, you'll remain silent. Now, do you understand?
That ain't fair, that ain't.
And after Beryl Betts punched you in the throat, you went out?
Yeah, I went out just like a light, you know. Hey, and when I come to, I could feel something like sticking in my back. So I kind of sits up and I takes hold of it like that. And I pulls it out, you know. And it was these, like, ladies' nail scissors. And they were all covered in my blood.
May he be shown Exhibit 2? Are these scissors with which you were stabbed?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Thank you. Any fingerprints on the scissors were obscured, Your Honour, except for Mr. Tucker's.
Pity. They might have saved us a lot of time.
You know, when you've got a couple of 2-inch blades sticking in your back, you're not thinking about fingerprints.
Oh, I'm sure that's very true, Mr. Tucker.
Mr. Tucker, are you a married man?
Yeah.
So you are married, and do you and your wife have children?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've got 3 kids. The eldest is 6 and the baby's 1, yeah.
Do you in your job find yourself working out of doors in the street?
That's right, yeah. I mean, digging, you know, it's not unusual.
When you're working digging in the street, is it your usual practice to shout at the people who happen to walk by you?
Hey.
Oh, come, Mr. Tucker, the question's very simple. Do you shout at pedestrians?
What, I mean, do you mean do I call out?
Yes, I mean, do you shout or call out to pedestrians?
Or do you mean girls?
I mean people, Mr. Tucker, who are strangers to you, who happen to be walking by you in the street.
Yeah, only girls, miss, you know.
So if a man walks by, you don't shout or call out to him?
What do you think I am, then? I mean, what does she think I am, then?
Your Honour, I've tried to follow the point that my learned friend is labouring to make, but I simply can't see that it's relevant to the case. I do feel that my learned colleague is letting some of her prejudices run away with her.
Mrs. Harker?
Your Honour, if you'll bear with me a little longer, it's rather important that we establish in what manner and spirit the alleged incident began.
Very well.
Thank you. Mr. Tucker, if you and your wife are walking down the street together and you see a girl who's also walking along, do you shout or call out to that girl?
What, like, with the missus around, I'm not daft, you know.
Because she might think that you're attracted to another woman.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, in fact, you only call out to women or girls who look attractive to you, is that so?
Well, of course, I mean, where have you been?
Mr. Tucker, I would like you to look across at Diana Fine there. On July the 28th, 1978, did Diana look very different to the way she does today?
I'll say she did. I mean, she was one of them punks, weren't she? Well, she was like her, only worse, if you ask me. No, she had sort of bright green hair for a start, and jammy lips, all purplish, and a white face with orange cheeks on, and black eyes. Hey, and that's for her clothes.
Did you think she looked attractive?
Oh, you're joking now. She's horrible, stupid. It was like somebody cat dragged in.
You don't like punk rockers?
Well, you get them down the town, you know. I mean, the drunks and perverts, they're a load of trouble, they are. Nasty little kids. I mean,
Yes.
as for them girls...
I think you've made your feelings quite clear. So you saw Beryl and Diana walking along, and you shouted at them.
Well, yeah, well, you know, I had a little joke.
Yes, and when you'd had your little jokes, did Diana Fine call to you, you'd better guard your ghoulies, mate, if you've got any?
Yes, she did, yeah.
And you called out, did you not, effing slags, aren't you? You want sorting out.
Oh, no, I never said that.
You're on oath, Mr. Tucker.
I know, but I never said that.
And then you said, did you not come and see what you get?
No, I never.
Are you quite sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Your Honour, the witness has already given his answer.
Please, move on, Mrs. Harker.
Very well, Your Honour. So, after your unfriendly and hostile exchange of words, you looked up again and you saw Beryl and Diana in front of your jacket.
Yeah, like I says, yeah.
About how far from you were Beryl and Diana?
About 5 yards off.
You called out, hey, what are you up to?
Well, like I says, yeah.
And Beryl then said, is this coat yours then? I won't touch it, I might catch fleas. And you replied, bleeding slag, I'll
Oh,
learn
no,
you.
I know that's a lie. No, I never said that, no. I told them to piss off you. Miss.
Did Diana Fine then shout, you come near us and we'll stitch you up proper, mate?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
But you went up to Beryl Betts and you grabbed hold of her, didn't you?
Well, I had to make sure my money was safe, didn't I?
Or did you at any time see a wallet in Beryl's hand?
Well, no, but I mean, you know, she was the biggest, wasn't she?
You're saying that if somebody is tall, Mr. Tucker, then that person is more likely to commit theft. How tall are you? A little under 6 foot?
No, I didn't mean that, did I? I mean, you know, they was both asking for trouble, weren't they, eh?
Well, where was your wallet when you went up to Beryl and took hold of her?
Well, I mean, you know, I can't, like, say for sure. You know.
No, you can't say. Who stabbed you in the back with those scissors? In fact, you've no idea. You saw nothing at all which might lead you to believe that Beryl Betts either robbed or wounded.
No, hang about. I mean, how can I know who wounded me? I mean, I was lying on my pudding, wasn't I?
Exactly, you can't know. I suggest to you that it was not Beryl Betts that wounded you. I also suggest that you chose Beryl Betts as the principal and preferred victim of your own prejudice and imagination.
Oh, no.
Mr. Tucker, did you at any time have with my client, Diana Fine, any touching, pushing, tripping, kicking, punching, or in short, any physical contact whatsoever?
Oh, no, I never touched her, and she never touched me.
Thank you, Mr. Tucker. How did Diana look to you?
I mean, how do you mean?
Yes, well, let me put it another way. You've told us that when you saw these two girls standing by your jacket, you stepped out of the hole that you were digging, and they came at you. Yes? Could you elaborate on that? Could you tell us more exactly how each girl moved?
Yeah. Oh, well, it was Beryl Betts. I mean, she, like, come forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the other one sort of come behind. She was like that.
She was like that?
Following, yeah. Yeah, following.
Following?
Yeah.
Diana was a follower, and she was with this older girl, Beryl, and she was following what Beryl was doing. Thank you, Mr. Tucker.
What is your religion?
C of E.
Please hold the Bible in your right hand and read the words on the card out loud.
Oh. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Get the witness a stool.
You are Michael Mackintosh Mitty of 11 Parkgate Crescent.
I am.
And are you a shoe mender, now retired?
M.M. Mitty, quality repairs, brings you soles, heels, buckles, buttons. Your uppers for re-stitching. We'll match your buttons. I've been retired now for 22 years, Your Honour.
Yes. Would you tell the court where you were on the morning of the 28th of July, 1978?
Yes, I was in my room, what I paid too much rent for.
Yes, and where is this room?
It's at 11 Parkgate Crescent.
Yes, on which floor?
The first floor, more's a pity. The front overlooks the crescent, and you can see the world and his wife passing beneath you, and all the other things they get up to and all.
And on the morning in question, did you hear any unusual sounds?
I was boiling some fish heads for my cat. They'd gone up terribly in price of the tins, when I heard this uncouth language coming up from the crescent.
Now, could you actually hear the language that was being used?
Not at first.
But did you hear voices?
Yes, I did.
How many voices could you hear?
2.
2.
Yes, a girl who was the worst, and a man.
1 girl and a man?
Yes, I could hear them having an argument, and it was getting worse. She was a real shrieker, and when I opened the window a crack, I could hear that the uncouth language was coming from her. She was shrieking, "If you come anywhere near us, I'll stitch you up good and proper, mate."
One moment, Mr. Mitty. Now, you say that you'd opened the window, so were you also looking out of it as you heard those words?
No, because I've got a curtain pinned across, you see, to stop the sunlight from shining in. My room gets like the devil's bed oven, it does, and it was a hot day that day. Well,
when I'd opened the window...
Still curtained or not?
No, still with the curtain across. I thought what I heard, I thought, hello, that's a disturbance, that is. So I went to unfasten the curtain to see what was going on across the way. And what I saw was that young lady bending over him, looking at him.
Let's get this quite clear. You saw Deanna Fine leaning over William Tucker.
Yes, well, he was on the ground, flat on his belly. He could have been a goner, didn't move a muscle.
And what was Deanna Fine doing?
Well, I thought she must have knocked him out, hit him on the head or something.
Your Honour.
Yes, quite. Now, the jury can't take into account what the witness thought. And Mr. Mitty, just answer the question. What was she doing?
She wasn't doing anything, just leaning over, Your Honour.
Was anybody else there?
Yes. Beryl Betts. She was standing there looking on.
And how far from the prone Mr. Tucker was Beryl Betts standing?
Oh, close. About 5 feet, I should say.
And how long did you watch for?
No, for no length of time. I made sure they'd kill the poor bod. They're very, very nasty these days, youngsters, aren't they?
Now, Mr. Mitty, you mustn't pass any comment during your evidence. You're here to tell us what you saw and what you heard.
Right-o, Your Honour.
And then what did you do?
I went to the telephone, didn't I?
And where was that?
That's at the top of the stairs at Mrs. B's. I was a bit shaken, and it took me about a minute to get there. It's one of those pay telephones that Mrs. B's had put in. Well, I dialed 999 without putting any money in, and then they started asking these daft questions, the silly billies. And all the time I was trying to tell them that my name didn't matter, I could hear these screams coming up from the crescent below, like we'd got a lot of pigs in.
And how many screams did you hear, Mr. Mitty?
2, one behind the other.
And then?
Well, then I went back to the window, didn't I? They'd vanished. Gone from the 2 girls. There was just him there, lying on his own. I went down those stairs as fast as I could.
And what happened when you reached the street?
Well, he was just there, lying alone. And it was then that I tripped over his wallet.
May he see Exhibit 1?
And that's it.
Exactly where did you find it?
About 6 yards off.
Off?
Off from where Mr. Tucker was lying. It was in a right pickle, covered with muck. So I cleaned it up nice and proper. I don't like seeing a piece of leather with muck on, Your Honour.
Yes, I can believe that, Mr. Mitty. And that, Your Honour, is the reason we have no forensic evidence as to who took the wallet. Did you examine the contents?
Indeed, I did not. I took it straight back to Mr. Tucker, thinking it belonged to him. But then I saw that he was out, cold, fainted, wounded, with blood coming out of his back and all over his white shirt. And then the police came and took over, at last.
Thank you, Mr. Mitty. Would you remain there a bit longer, please?
Mr. Mitty, I have only 2 questions to put to you. Firstly, would you please describe to the court the stance of each defendant when you looked out of the window, the position, the manner of each girl?
Yes, ma'am. Deanna Fine was crouched over Mr. Tucker's body. She was on the side furthest away from me, on his right side. She was looking at him. She wasn't touching him or anything like that, and I never saw her move. And Beryl Betts was standing 2 yards behind her friend. The other one, I mean.
So she never moved?
Not while I was watching.
So Beryl never moved, and where was she looking?
At the other 2.
So she was, in fact, an onlooker, gazing upon whatever drama was being enacted. Thank you, Mr. Mitty. Now, directly you, like Beryl, who'd witnessed what was happening, you went to the door of your room, to the phone outside, you dialed 999, and whilst giving your information to the police, you heard 2 screams coming from the street below, which you took to be coming from the man William Tucker.
That's right, ma'am.
How many seconds would have elapsed between you seeing Deanna Fine crouched over William Tucker and hearing him screaming? Would it be 20 seconds, a minute? 2 minutes, perhaps?
Oh, about 20 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Mitty. I have no more questions for this witness.
Mr. Mitty, what's your opinion of pop music in general, and punk persons in particular?
Well, I'm no expert, but you've only got to read the papers to see what a rotten lot they are, haven't you?
What about the way they behave, these punk groups?
Oh, they're all twisted inside. The things they get up to on stage and off. I've read all about them.
Tell me, Mr. Mitty, what was the attire, the plumage, being sported by Beryl Betts on the morning of the 28th of July?
Plumage, eh? She was wearing a pair of orange trousers that would have shone in the dark, plastic, just like her black shirt, proper Nazi, with green hair like a brush, and safety pins sticking all over her.
Thank you, Mr. Mitty. Now, when you entered this courtroom and you went into the witness box, you took 22 seconds by my watch simply to walk from the door to the witness box. 10 yards of unhindered walking. And yet you say that on the 28th of July, it took you only 20 seconds to walk from the front window of your room, through the door to the phone, and to dial, and to get a reply, and to ask for the police, and then to be put through to the police, and then to engage in a discussion with them as to whether they did or did not need to know your name. Mr. Mitty, all that in 20 seconds before you heard this Yes?
Yes. There are some days when my legs won't move. On the other days I say to them, legs move, and they do. And on the 28th of July, my pins were in proper nick and good order.
Indeed. Mr. Mitty, was there any difference between the clothes worn by Diana Fine and those worn by Beryl Betts?
No, none at all.
When you were boiling the fish heads, were you wearing your glasses?
I was not.
And when you went to the window and eventually looked out, were you wearing your glasses?
I was not. I know what I saw, young man.
I suggest to you you were mistaken, Mr. Mitty. I suggest what you really saw was Beryl Betts leaning over her victim, William Tucker, while Diana Fine stood behind, an onlooker.
She's a skinny little thing. You couldn't make a mistake like that. It's like Tweedledum and Tweedledee, sir.
I put it to you that you not only could, but you did make a mistake. Dressed exactly alike they were. From a first-floor window, you watching for no time at all.
Hey, see, look. You see that lady over there, the one wearing the necktie? Well, that necktie's got little letters on it, hasn't it? It says MCP, doesn't it?
Do they?
Indeed they do, Mr. Harveston.
I'm long-sighted, Your Honour. The further things are away, the better I can see.
I see. Mr. Harveston?
Mr. Mitty, I'm leaning over the back of this bench here, over these notes that I've made. As you see, I'm not moving at all. Would you say that my leaning stance was menacing, or inquiring, or perhaps solicitous?
I heard, if you come anywhere near us, I'll stick you up good and proper, mate. I know a threat when I hear one.
I'm sure you do. But there's absolutely no proof as to who spoke those words which you say you heard. No further questions for this witness?
Do you wish to re-examine, Mr. Bloom?
No, Your Honour, that is my case.
I've no questions. You may go and sit over there, Mr. Mitty. Mrs. Harker?
I call Beryl Betts.
The case of the Queen against Betts and Fine will be resumed tomorrow in the Crown Court.
What is your religion?
I were done by the church.
Which church were you baptized into?
I were too young to remember, mate. Anyway, I don't believe in Jesus.
Oh, come along.
What's he ever done for me?
Please read the words on the card out loud.
All right. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare...
Two teenage girls, Beryl Betts and Diana Fine, stand charged with robbery and wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm to William Tucker, a gas board employee. Beryl Betts has just been called to the witness box. The case you are about to see is a fictional one, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public.
What is your full name?
Beryl Betts.
Do you live at St Mary's Hostel for Girls, 176 Lower East Side?
Yeah.
And do you work as a vegetable
I've
packer?
been sacked.
Oh, so
Because they hated me, see?
you're unemployed at the moment.
Yeah.
Very well. Beryl, did you live at the Fairview Children's Home, East Fulchester, from the time you were 3 weeks old until January of last year?
Yeah. Do you have to tell them that?
Everything I'm asking needs to be answered, Beryl. The jury wants to know all of the truth about you. You know that. Now, 2 years ago, and again 19 months ago, were you twice accused of shoplifting?
That's right, yeah. I done it. I were right down.
Mrs. Harker, I trust you've a very good reason for bringing up such allegations.
Indeed, I have, Your Honour. My client wishes to be completely honest and open about the problem which she had at that time.
Well, all right, go on.
Was it a difficult time for you?
Yeah? Well, I knew I'd have to leave the home, see? And that's real scary, that is, because I didn't have nobody, see?
Yes, we do see, Beryl. So you were very depressed and anxious about the future, and you went and committed 2 shoplifting offences. And did you plead guilty to them both?
Yeah, of course I did. Because I done it. They give me a fine and then probation.
Have you been in trouble of any sort since a year 7 months ago?
No, ma'am.
Miss Betts, were you sacked because of this case being brought against you?
I don't know, Your Honour, but they did hate me clothes. I like 'em. Anyway, you got to wear 'em. I mean, you can't go down the underground without 'em.
The underground?
The club, Your Honour.
I see.
I made sort of friends there. We all know it's hopeless, see. We don't tell lies about it.
About it?
The world, Your Honour.
Oh, I see.
When did you first meet Diana Fine?
It were down the Fun Palace. Sunday the 23rd of July. She were playing the gunning machine. She were good in it and all. We went up the calf and she asked me where to get my gear, so I told her.
Gear being garments, I assume.
Garments? I mean clothes. Anyway, next day she got same gear as me. Mind you, I didn't mind. I mean, that were all right.
So Diana adopted exactly the same clothing as you, and then did you begin to spend a lot of time together?
Yeah, we did. I thought she were all right.
Let's move on to the 28th of July. You and Diana were walking down Parkgate Crescent together.
Yeah, that's right. And that bloke calls out really rude.
What did he call out?
He were mixing it, you know.
Well, just tell the court the words that we used.
Well, as we went close, he went... And we didn't take no notice of him, see? So he shouts out, "You'll send the sun in, you two will." And we didn't take no notice of him again. So now he shouts out, "You two cretins going to a fancy dress party."
Then what happened?
Well, Dee'd gone bright red in the face. I'd never seen her like that before. She stops, so I stops. So I just shouts out to him, "Yeah, what do you mean? Leave off." But Dee, she were really angry. She shouted, "You better guard your ghoulies, mister, if you got any."
Did Tucker reply to that?
He did, yeah. He said, "You effing slags, ain't you? You want sorting out, you do. Come on and try me then, why don't you?" And then he goes on digging, making out he's not caring like.
Were you angry?
No. I were more like annoyed. I were used to it, see? But Dee, she weren't.
What did Diana do?
She says he wants a lesson, he does. He can't get away with that. And she goes back towards him. I thought she were going to biff him one. But she didn't. She just goes up to this dirty old jacket what's hanging on the fence.
What did you do, Beryl?
Well, I goes back after her, didn't I? I thought maybe she'd throw it in the muck like, the jacket. So I went back after her.
Well, did you know what Diana's actual intention was?
Oh, what?
Her intention?
Oh, no, never.
Well, then what happened?
Well, she started going through the pockets. I said, "Hey, what you doing, Dee?" She said, "I'm going to roll him. Don't you want some bread?" And she takes out his purse, his wallet. I said, "Look, Dee, I don't want no trouble." She didn't answer. She just coughs, loud. A real put-on cough it were.
So far from encouraging her, you were in fact trying to dissuade her.
Yeah.
What did she do with the wallet?
She put it in her front pocket. So next thing he's calling out to us. "What you're up to," he says. Well, I didn't know what to do, did I? I mean, what I want to do is like run, because I've got a job in a room in hostel, ain't I? Anyway, I just ask if it's his coat, hoping it ain't. Then I think, Christ, we're both in for it now. I wish I'd never met her.
Did William Tucker answer?
He did, yeah. He says to leave his jacket be and to get lost. I tries to be jokey. "Don't want to catch your fleas, mate," says I, but he was still right furious and nasty. "Bleeding slags, I'll learn you, and piss off or else," he says. Then he comes at us out of that hole.
Did Diana say anything at this stage?
Yeah, she did. She said, "You come anywhere near us, mate, and I'll stitch you up proper." Well, I was right scared. But I looked at Dee, and she were grinning, like she were enjoying it. I stepped towards him, just hoping I could talk like. But he grabbed hold of my shirt real rough.
What did you do then?
"What you been up to?" he says to me. Because as the oldest, I suppose. I mean, people always blame me, don't they? And he shakes me really hard. Well, I know he's going to hurt me, right? But I ain't done nothing, see? Then he pushes me, like he's going to start a fight. But while his hands is off me, I like pushed him back away. And he were right by the curb, so he lost his balance a bit. And Dee, she put out her foot and she tripped him up.
What happened to him?
He fell flat on his face. Winded I think he were, 'cause he just lay there a minute. Then Dee, she goes and leans over him. I could just see she were going to do something weird. I says, come on, Dee, let's run for it.
Did she run for it?
No. She put her hand in her pocket.
Which pocket?
Her right-hand trouser pocket. Come on, Dee, I says. And I starts to move off a bit. But she didn't move, I couldn't see what were in her hand, right? But she brought it out of her pocket, like that. And she brung it down. Twice she'd done it. His blood come right out, and he screams horrible. She's mad, she is. She's a nutter.
Did you see the weapon at any time, Beryl?
No, I just run for it.
And did you know that Diana was carrying a weapon?
No, never.
Were you very frightened, Beryl?
I was terrified. I never been so terrified. I just couldn't think, except like when I saw all these people all come running out. I just run for it, didn't I? I bite me nails, don't I?
And your toenails? I dare say you do use scissors to cut those occasionally.
I do, yeah. But I've never seen these before, honest.
Have you made any close friends at the hostel?
Not really.
Even though you've lived there for over a year now?
We just don't go round together, that's all.
You don't even borrow each other's nail scissors, it appears. It seems rather a lonely existence. Apart from the persons in punk uniform, whom you meet in the underground club, do you have any friends? Was Diana rather special?
I thought she were, yeah.
You thought she was rather special, and you really wanted to keep that budding friendship, didn't you? She was impressionable, younger than you. You must have been very flattered indeed when she adopted your fashion sense. She admired you.
I don't know.
You were trying to impress her, though, weren't you?
What do you mean, mister?
Did you think she was pretty?
I don't know.
Were you jealous?
What do you mean?
I mean that when Mr. Tucker caught sight of yourself and Diana, there was perhaps first a certain interest in his ribaldry and his joking. But then you resented it, feeling, rightly or wrongly, that his interest was directed more at your friend.
Who needs it anyway? It weren't like that.
I suggest to you that you were jealous, you were resentful and angry at this man, and you decided there and then to take out your resentment and anger against him by resorting to your old habit of stealing in order to punish him.
Your Honour, the inference that any kind of dishonesty in an ingrained part of my client is an intolerable suggestion.
Do two actions constitute a habit? Well, we shall find out. Mrs. Harker, you yourself chose to bring up your client's past proven wrongdoings. I can see nothing improper in Mr. Harvesty's suggestion. Beryl Betts was a self-confessed thief, after all.
Oh, with respect, Your Honour, not a thief, but a shoplifter.
Really, I fail to see how you can say a shoplifter isn't a thief. Let's carry on, Mr. Harker.
Thank you, Your Honour. You said, I'm going to roll him. Do you want some bread? Did you not?
No.
May she be shown Exhibit 1, please? Do you recognise this wallet?
Well, it could be the one. It's not that unusual, is it? I never got a good look.
All happened rather quickly, did it? When you stole that wallet from William Tucker's pocket
I never
on the
stole
28th
nothing.
of July,
Never.
I put it to you
Not
that
since.
you did steal that wallet, you did, and that stealing it was your way of taking out your resentment against this man, and that you mistakenly hoped to instill greater admiration, greater loyalty, or perhaps fear in your new friend.
There were no need. Dee weren't going nowhere.
As you stood holding it, you said, did you not, serve him right, the dumb bugger.
This is all just lies.
Did you hope that Mr. Tucker would turn round and see you?
No. Well, I mean...
Or was it a shock to you when he did? You were caught red-handed, weren't you? Did you move towards Mr. Tucker?
Well, I did.
Yes?
Yeah.
You admit that you did step towards Mr. Tucker, who was subsequently stabbed, and you were holding that wallet, were you not?
No.
Had you put it in your pocket then?
No. Well, she's a right liar then.
But if, as you say, what you wanted to do was run, if that was true, however was it that you came to be stepping towards Mr. Tucker, as you've just admitted?
'Cause I hoped to talk.
Talk?
Dee had the wallet.
But even if Diana had the wallet on her, there was no way at all in which you could hope to escape the justified wrath of this man, who hardly wanted to engage in a discussion with you. What would you have talked about? The weather? Judging by your earlier exchange, I think not. Isn't it the case that you knew if you did run, Mr. Tucker would catch you red-handed? This time you'd lose your job, maybe even your room. You had to defend yourself, didn't you? By disabling your victim so that you could escape and not be in trouble again.
Were you very close to Deanna?
No.
No. Have you ever had a boyfriend?
What am I on trial for? No, then.
You're 17 and you've never had a boyfriend.
I fail to see, Your Honour, that this line of questioning is the least bit relevant.
Mr. Bloom?
One can hardly establish the truth between the allegations of the two accused without establishing the nature of the relationship between them, Your Honour.
Is that what you're doing, Mr. Bloom? Establishing the nature of the relationship? All right, carry on, but don't let's stay on this tack all day.
Your Honour, thank you. Miss Betts, you met Deanna Fine at the Fun Palace, and you became constant companions for the next 5 days, did you not?
We just went around together, that's all.
You just went around together, that's all. It was an instant friendship, was it not? A meeting of like souls. You did feel you had a lot in common.
I suppose. At first.
Were you fond of Deanna?
I thought she were all right.
From the 23rd to the 28th of July, for 5 whole days, you went around together with Deanna, who was all right. Until then, you hadn't missed a single day's work in 7 months, had you?
No.
And yet, on the 5 days that you knew Deanna Fine, you didn't go into work at all, did you? Not once. Now, why was that?
I don't know.
Well, I suggest the answer's obvious. It was so that you could be with your friend, your new friend, of whom you were rapidly becoming extremely fond all of the time. I mean, whatever did you do together for 5 whole days?
We just went around together. Not much.
You didn't do much. So presumably you talked a lot. In fact, you must have talked an enormous amount to fill in all that time. You exchanged ideas, viewpoints, past histories, did you not? You got a very good idea of what each other were like, in fact.
No.
No. But how not?
No, I never knew what she were like. I didn't know her. See?
Really? You're asking us to believe the utterly incredible, that after 5 days of constant companionship and chattering away with her, you did not know Deanna. Now, how do you expect us to believe that? I put it to you that the victimization of William Tucker arose directly out of your friendship with Deanna Fine, that you knew exactly what each other were about, and that you and your friend are equally guilty of this shameful robbery and terrifying wounding. Now, let me try and refresh your memory. Let's look at this incident again.
Oh, God.
Did you ever say, serve him right, the dumb bugger?
No, I never said that neither.
Thank you. Now, I want you to think back to when the wallet was in Deanna's pocket and she'd given her put-on cough. Tucker had challenged you both, and then he took a step towards you. Then you took a step towards him. Why was that?
Well, because I wanted to try and calm him down. Then I sees it's hopeless and I wants to run, and he knows that, so he grabs hold of me collar.
Thank you. Thinking back now to meeting Deanna, why did you not go to work for the next few days?
'Cause they hated me there, for me clothes. And another thing, it's boring, putting lettuces and that in bags.
Yes, I can see that it could get boring. How did you feel about Deanna?
Well, it were nice having her around, but I still had my friends from down the club and that.
Mm-hmm. Did you keep seeing those friends during the 5 days that you knew Deanna Fine?
Of course I did. I wouldn't drop them just for her, even when I thought she were all right.
So you were hardly desperate to keep a friendship with one particular girl who you'd known only for a few days?
That fella there, him what said I were, well, he were right screwy.
Did you feel after those few days that you knew Deanna well?
No, 'cause she was sly. I mean, look how she's got dressed up to come here. Well, that's a laugh for a start. She were deep. She never just come out with stuff. She'd always be like weighing you up while she was saying it. I don't think we've stayed friends anyway.
Thank you, Beryl. Does Your Honour have any more questions for this witness?
No. You may return to the dock.
I call Miss Sophie Lamb, OB, a character witness, Your Honour. Will you please briefly tell the court the extent of your work with deprived children, Miss Lamb?
Certainly. I worked with and for the benefit of children from the time I was 14 years of age until 2 years ago when I retired at the age of 60. That is to say, I worked with 46 years of experience in this field. The last 20 years, I was with community-related work with the social services. For the last 16, I was at Fairview Children's Home. I began there as a house parent and became deputy superintendent in 1967, and superintendent of the home in 1969 until 76.
Thank you, Miss Lamb. I believe you've also written 2 books, many articles and pamphlets, and you were awarded the OBE for your services in 1976.
That's correct.
Miss Lamb, when did you first meet the defendant, Beryl Betts?
Christmas 1961. She was a 3-week-old baby found abandoned and brought by the police into my charge as house mother at Fairview. Beryl was later committed to the care of the council. She has remained in care and remained with us until she was 60 in 1977.
So Beryl was in your charge then for 15 years?
Yes, she was.
You were a house mother and then superintendent, Miss Lamb. From your experience, your 15 years professional experience of Beryl Betts, will you please give the court some assessment of the girl?
She was a rather dull, backward child with a low IQ. Seemed to lack the confidence to develop in the early years. It's not unusual, of course, in a child with a deep experience of parental rejection.
So she had trouble with learning?
Yes, very slow at school. She picked up a bit later on.
What about her character and personality development?
In my opinion, there was some sort of gap in Beryl's personality.
What do you mean, Miss Lamb?
Again, it's not unusual, but up until the age of about 5, Beryl was openly demanding of affection. She craved attention. She was a love addict. And there's a limit to the amount of time any of us can devote to just one child.
After she was 5, what happened then?
I seem to remember Beryl rather seemed to give up seeking attention or affection from adults. However, she did become a very good mother figure herself. I will say this, Beryl was an absolutely trustworthy child. We never had any trouble with her for 15 years. I think she's a fairly typical victim of our residential care system.
Miss Lamb, you're suggesting that children in care, to whom you've evidently devoted yourself, are invariably victims, despite what's done for them by people such as yourself.
Your Honour, the damage is not quite invariable or quite inevitable. It is almost invariable and almost inevitable. A child's natural environment is love. Child care is a job. We do our best, and it isn't enough. And young persons like Beryl are the casualties of the insufficiencies.
Yes, well, I'm sure it's better than no care at all.
Respectfully, that attitude is most damaging to the possibility of reform into smaller communal homes.
Indeed. All right, let's continue.
Can you tell the court what convinced you of Beryl's absolute trustworthiness?
Yes. We were frequently short-staffed. From the time Beryl was about 4, she helped with the smaller children. There was no side to her, no envy. If a new baby arrived, she'd mother it at once. She used to spend hours each day nursing and playing with the little ones.
And you trusted her with them?
Absolutely.
Miss Lamb, did Beryl ever show any physical aggression or violent behaviour during the 15 years that you knew her?
She seemed incapable of violence, or of any physical self-assertion, even to the extent of being utterly hopeless at games or sport. I sometimes thought she was lacking in the survival instinct. There was an incident. Beryl was about 12. I came across her in the middle of a fight.
A fight?
Yes, but the poor silly child was not fighting. I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't come along. She seemed to have a quite unfortunate inability to hit back, even under attack. In my opinion, she's incapable of violence.
Miss Lamb, how many children were there at Fairview altogether, say, 5 years ago?
About 40 to 45.
And you say that you were short-staffed?
Increasingly so, yes.
Well, how much individual supervision did each of the 45 children receive? How many hours of your own time per week, would you say?
Obviously, I did not have much time, but if problems arose, they were dealt with.
Beryl Betts was not considered to be any problem there, was she? You thought her rather typical, didn't you? Presumably not much notice was taken of her. I get the impression of Beryl very much in the background, her character very quietly forming in whatever way it was forming, and her problems only really apparent to herself.
Had there been any cause to start distrusting Beryl, I would have known at once.
Ah, so it was a great shock to you when she began to steal?
It was a shock, and then I realized it was a quite direct cry for help. Beryl was terrified of leaving Fairview.
Yes. So to Beryl Betts, breaking the law was a cry for help under stress. I see. Now, how often have you talked to Beryl Betts in the last 2 years?
We haven't met until today.
No. Have you had contact with anyone in her life?
I have been travelling.
Ah, so you couldn't speak with her even though she was in trouble. For all practical purposes, you've been totally out of touch with Beryl Betts and with what's been happening to her for the last 2 years. Well, now, I strongly suggest to you and to the members of the jury that the 2 years from 15 to 17 are years of great change in any young person. And in this particular young lady, these regrettably were years of a sharp deterioration as evidenced by her decline into admitted shoplifting offences.
What is your religion?
I'm the Catholic faith.
Do you understand what an oath is?
Yes, it's a solemn promise before God, isn't it?
I can't hear a word she's saying. You'll have to speak up, you know. It would help if you were to look up. There, it's not so bad, is it? I'm not all that frightening.
No, Your Honour. I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Is your full name Diana Cecilia Fine?
Yes.
And do you live with your mother at 26A Pulbright Dwellings, Upper Road?
Yes.
Is your mother handicapped and unable to walk?
Yes, she is.
What about your father, Diana?
He died of lung cancer when I was 8. I look after Mum now.
The case of the Queen against Beryl Betts and Diana Fine will be concluded tomorrow when the jury reaches its verdict. Today at Fulchester Crown Court, 2 teenage girls, Beryl Betts and Diana Fine, stand charged with robbery and wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm to William Tucker, a gas board employee. Diana Fine is giving evidence denying the charges. The case you are about to see is a fictional one, but the procedure is legally accurate. The characters are played by actors, but the jury is selected from members of the general public.
She said we should go around together, so we did.
Did you become friends?
For a few days, yes.
And did you ever take Beryl home to meet your mother?
No.
And why? Didn't live far away from each other, did you?
No, but Mum wouldn't approve of Beryl. She's very strict.
Was Beryl Betts so very different from other friends you'd had?
Oh, yes, very different. I mean, I go to a convent school.
Yes. How did you come to adopt the same clothes as Beryl?
She took me to this shop called Jeeby's, which was where she got her clothes, and she suggested that I try on exactly the same clothes in my size. Seemed for fun. And then she bought them. I felt a bit awkward about it, though she did seem to have an awful lot of money, and she said I should keep them.
How did you feel about the clothes?
Well, I thought they looked funny, but different, you know. I was frightened to refuse.
Were you frightened of Beryl Betts?
Well, just every now and then, she did have this terrible temper.
Were you physically afraid of her?
A bit, sometimes.
Mr. Harvesty, she's just said that she and Beryl became friends, and now she's saying that she was afraid of this friend. Perhaps there's an explanation.
I trust that will emerge, Your Honour. Did Beryl ever threaten to strike out at anyone?
A couple of times, in the street or somewhere, if she was cross or imagined even that someone slighted her. Beryl was a bit prickly, sort of slightly paranoid.
So you were afraid she might strike at somebody, perhaps even you?
Sometimes, yes.
Now, were you acquainted with Beryl Betts for 5 days?
That's right.
And then on the morning of the 28th of July, you were walking down Parkgate Crescent with her?
Yes, sir.
And you were dressed identically?
Exactly the same, yes.
Did William Tucker call out to you and Beryl?
Yes. He made some very rude jokes.
How did you feel?
Like sinking through the ground. It was really embarrassing. So I pretended not to hear and to walk straight by. But Beryl, she started muttering to herself. Well,
Go on.
Well, Beryl seemed to hate men. It was as if she had some sort of grudge against them or something. And I was afraid she was going to be angry. And she was awfully angry.
Did you speak to William Tucker?
No, I didn't.
Did Beryl speak to him?
She shouted suddenly, something like, "Shut up, leave off, and you'd better guard your ghoulies if you've got any," she said.
Yes. Then what happened?
He was very rude back to her. They were having a slanging match.
Was he threatening?
I really do object to that, Your Honour.
Yes, will you amend that question, Mr. Harvesty?
Yes, Your Honour. What did William Tucker say?
He said, "Come and get sorted out." It's all so long ago now.
Yes, but what did he do then?
He turned his back on her, on us, and started digging. Then Beryl stopped walking and she said, "I'm going to roll him. Do you want some bread?" Well, I was frightened. I thought maybe roll meant punch or something like that.
And then what?
Well, she didn't go up to him. She went up to his nasty-looking jacket that was hanging on the fence, and she started looking in his pockets.
What did you do?
I went up to her and asked her what she was doing.
What did she say?
She said, "He can't get away with that. He wants teaching a lesson." Well, I'd always wondered why she seemed to have more money than anyone else.
Now, let's stick to the facts of this incident. Mr. Harvesty?
Your Honour, what did you say to her?
I said, "What are you doing? You can't do that. Come on, quick." Meaning we should go before he saw what Beryl was doing.
Did Beryl answer you?
No. She found that tatty old wallet in his pocket, and she put it in her pocket, and she said, "Serve him right, the dumb bugger," quite loud. I was just going to start reasoning with Beryl when Mr. Tucker must have heard, because he yelled suddenly, and there he was standing watching.
How did Beryl react?
She seemed pleased. She went all flippant. "Is this your coat, then?" she asked, sort of cocky with it. He told her to leave it alone, and she made another jokey reply. "I won't touch it. I might catch your fleas," she said. Beryl was laughing. Mr. Tucker said he'd learn her and to go away or else.
Then what did they do?
Well, she just stood there laughing, sort of daring him, and he jumped up out of the hole he was digging, and she took several steps towards him.
Yes. Did Beryl speak to him?
Yes, she said, "You come near us and we'll stitch you up proper, mate." And then he took her by the collar and he shook her just like a dog, and she punched him in the throat. They were fighting just like animals, and when she punched him, he seemed to go all faint, and he curled over and fell on his face, and he just lay there.
What did you do, Diana?
Well, I was horrified. There was nothing I could do. Beryl was smiling down at him. He wasn't moving at all, so I just bent over him to see if he was all right, if he was breathing.
You leaned over William Tucker to see if he was all right. And was he?
Well, it was hard to tell. He was laying on his face in the mud. And I just put my hand on his neck to try and find the pulse, the way doctors do, when I knew Beryl was going to stab me. So I straightened quickly, and I suppose it was lucky for me that I did, because her face was so angry. She was jealous or something. I mean, I think she was crazy anyway, because she suddenly screamed, "You effing scum!" And she took these silver scissors from her trousers pocket, and she plunged them deep into his back, twice.
Yes. And did Tucker cry out?
Yes, he screamed twice, ever so loud. And then Beryl seemed to come to her senses, because she pulled herself back and ran off down the road, throwing the wallet out of her pocket as she ran. And I panicked and I ran too.
Yes, it must have been very frightening. Diana, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to look at the weapon. Could she be shown the scissors, please? Do you recognize those scissors?
Well, they look the same as the ones that Beryl stabbed him with, but I can't swear they're the same. Scissors look alike, don't they?
Are you saying that you know Beryl to have possessed a pair of scissors which were similar to these?
Identical, yes. She was often snipping at her hair with them to keep them so short. I didn't know she had them with her that day, though she usually did. I never cut my hair myself, or my nails. I like them shaped. I think it's prettier, don't you?
So you threatened him, didn't you, saying you'd better guard your ghoulies, mate, if you've got any. Tucker retorted, but then he went back to his digging. That was when you decided to provoke him further. Seeing his wallet, you thought, quite rightly, that the best way of provocation would be to steal his wallet and then draw his attention to the fact.
No, I didn't do any of that. That's crazy. Whatever for?
You wanted to harm this man. There was no one else around. Only Beryl. And you had the scissors on you specifically for the purpose of injuring someone, didn't you?
That's just stupid.
It's more than stupid to carry offensive weapons, Diana. You stole Mr. Tucker's wallet, and Beryl, who'd followed you, had asked you not to do it, and you said, "It serves him right, the dumb bugger."
No, I didn't.
And then did you cough loudly to draw attention to yourself, and coincidentally to Beryl beside you, from William Tucker 5 yards away, and to provoke him into a fight?
She took it, and then she spoke loudly.
The coughing fit worked, didn't it? Except that Mr. Tucker automatically assumed that Beryl, as the bigger of the two of you, was the thief. Did you think that that was funny, Diana?
I think this is stupid. I mean, what's the point? I didn't do it.
In a way, Tucker's mistake worked out rather well for you, didn't it? You wanted to injure William Tucker. There was no one else around, only Beryl. All you had to do was to wait around close by whilst he mistakenly tried to recover his wallet from Beryl by attacking her. He pushed her, he shook her, and she pushed him away in self-defense.
She punched him in the bloody throat.
You're a sham, aren't you, a phony? I put it to you that when Beryl Betts pushed Tucker away from her, he lost his balance momentarily because of the curb. You deliberately tripped him up.
No.
He fell on his face, didn't he?
Yes, but she put him there.
You just threatened to stitch him up, hadn't you?
No, she said it.
Did you lean over William Tucker?
After she punched him like that, I had to see if he was all right.
Now, how did you see whether he was all right or not?
How do you mean?
Oh, he was lying on his face in the mud, wasn't he?
Yes.
Well, then how did you see if he was all right or not?
Because his face was twisted to the side, wasn't it?
Was it?
Otherwise, he'd have suffocated.
Well, you were there, leaning right over him. What did you do to him, Diana?
Nothing.
Did you touch him, Diana?
No.
Now, remembering that you're on oath, did you at any time touch William Tucker?
No.
You're lying. First you lied earlier. I was trying to find the pulse in his neck the way doctors do. Now, did you try to find the pulse in William Tucker's neck with a divining fork or by touching his neck with your fingers?
Yes, well, I forgot about that, didn't I?
Did you or had you?
I was just trying to find the pulse when I knew Beryl was going to stab me.
On the contrary, Diana. When you straightened up for leaning over William Tucker, you took the manicure scissors from your pocket. And you stabbed William Tucker twice in the back, did you not?
No, I didn't.
You were carrying scissors on you, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Well, if not for your nails, of your hair, just in case you should get involved in some physical violence.
You mean as a weapon, Mrs. Harker?
Indeed I do, Your Honour.
Look, Beryl might do that sort of thing, but I'm not like that.
Your Honour, having regard to that remark, I would like permission to make an application to pursue a particular line of cross-examination. It's an application which could best be made in the absence of the jury.
Yes, very well. Members of the jury, a technical point of law has arisen which we lawyers must sort out. So I'm afraid I must ask you to retire. Members of the jury, I'm sorry I had to send you out, but perhaps it was a welcome break. Anyway, we've resolved our point of law, and we are now ready to proceed. Yes, Mrs. Harker.
Are you in the habit of carrying offensive weapons, Diana?
No, of course not.
Have you ever carried an offensive weapon of any kind on you? I'd like you to think very carefully, remembering the oath you've taken before you answer.
Look, I go to school, to a convent school. Do you honestly think that I go around with axes, bicycle chains, and broken bottles hidden in my gym slip?
I'll repeat the question. Have you ever carried an offensive weapon of any kind on you?
No, I have not then, okay?
Ever?
Never.
Have you never carried an offensive weapon of any kind on you?
You got it.
It is correct, is it not, that on the 11th of May, 1976, you were convicted of unlawful wounding with a weapon?
So what? They made a mistake.
And for this conviction, did you receive 1 year probation?
Loving this, aren't you?
What? Is it also true that only 13 months later, on the 21st of July, 1977, you were again tried and convicted, this time for carrying an offensive weapon?
Look, what's it all got to do with now if they made a mistake,
You
then?
do admit it.
They were wrong, and so are you, you bitch. Just so they'll all be prejudiced. Just because you feel sorry for that drippy cow. I bet you take on all the useless sodding cases, don't you?
Miss
I know
Fine.
your sort. I bet you defend drunks and blacks. Don't you, you
Miss
bitch?
Fine! If you don't restrain yourself, you will be in contempt of this court.
Diana, on the 21st of July 1977, when you were tried and convicted of carrying an offensive weapon, were you sentenced to a further year's probation?
Yes, and I wasn't guilty.
You pleaded not guilty to both of the charges, and you gave evidence of the trial of those charges, did you not?
Yes.
In other words, you lied on oath.
You will answer the question.
They were wrong.
Oh, let's get this quite clear. Are you saying on 2 separate occasions, 2 separate juries wrongly convicted you?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
You said that Beryl Betts bought the clothes for you and that you were frightened to refuse. Did she also force you to turn your hair bright green?
I thought it would be fun.
You thought it would be fun. And that is why you and Beryl Betts decided to buy the same clothes, to look alike, to do the same things together, and to rob and attack Mr. William Tucker. Now, that's true, isn't it?
No. I never robbed or attacked anybody. Not ever.
You and Beryl Betts did everything else alike.
Maybe.
You certainly did.
It was only for a few days.
But it's those few days, and particularly that final day, that interests us. Do you still maintain that you've told the truth in evidence to this court?
Yes, honest I have.
Including your assertion that both your previous convictions, one of them for a serious, violent offence, were made in error?
Yes.
Do you still maintain that you were frightened of Beryl Betts?
Sometimes I was afraid of her.
If, as you say, you were afraid of Beryl Betts, why on earth didn't you simply refrain from seeing her?
She used to come round.
Oh? Without seeing your mother?
Yes.
It's all been a pack of lies, hasn't it? The truth is that you greatly enjoyed your friendship with Beryl Betts. You weren't afraid of her. Not at all. Not for 1 minute with your convictions. You'd both broken the law before. Beryl Betts had 2 convictions. You had plenty in common. A pigeon pair with a lot to talk about. She was a proven thief, and you were a proven violent person. A perfect team to rob, assault, and wound Mr. Tucker.
Except it just wasn't. I've never robbed anybody. And as for Mr. Tucker, well, look at him. He's twice my size.
Diana.
I know what you all think now, but I didn't do any of
Try
it.
to compose yourself, Diana. Now listen, that first court appearance, tell us what had happened.
What happened was, I was at this party, see, and a whole group of older people came in and started smashing the place up. And what I did was to throw a bottle to try and stop them, that's all. And it broke against a wall into a man's face. And this girl, she said I was holding the bottle.
And you were not holding it?
No, and no one else saw except her, and she lied.
Now, when you were tried for the second offence, did it happen that that first conviction was used in evidence against you?
Yes.
Yes.
And all I had on me was a rotten potato peeler that I used for opening my pencil case at school. And they convicted me of carrying an offensive weapon, just because I'd been convicted before, and that was wrong. I mean, look at me. I'd only been trying to defend myself and the others.
So the offensive weapon, which you received a year's probation for carrying, was a potato peeler, nothing else?
Yes, that's right.
I'll leave that to the jury to ponder. Have you told the truth to this court?
Yes, honest I have.
So you're asking the jury to disregard your convictions?
Absolutely. I mean, what people said I did once shouldn't count now, should it?
Did you rob or stab William Tucker?
No, I didn't.
Did you know that Beryl Betts was going to rob or to attack him?
No, I did not know.
Did you know she had nail scissors on her that day?
I didn't know she had them.
What is your height and your weight, Diana?
I'm about 5'1" and I weigh about 7 stone 3.
Have you ever attacked anybody?
No. Well, how could I?
Thank you. Your Honor?
You may return to the dock.
I call Sarah Patricia Fine.
What is your religion?
The Catholic faith.
Please hold the Bible in your right hand and read the words on the card out loud.
I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Are you Sarah Patricia Fine of 26A Pulbright Dwellings, Upper Road?
Yes.
Are you the mother of the defendant, Deanna Fine?
I am.
Deanna is an only child, is she not?
She's an only child and a good daughter.
Yes. Can you elaborate on that, please, Mrs. Fine?
I've brought my daughter up to be a good citizen and a child of God. Deanna is very aware of her conscience. If she were to do anything wicked, she could never hold her face up again before the Almighty. I've seen to that.
Is she a regular churchgoer?
As you can see, the Lord has taken the use of my legs, so Deanna takes me to Mass every Sunday. She receives the sacraments. She attends a good convent school. She's taught by nuns.
Mrs. Fine, could we know for how long you've been confined to a wheelchair?
Since 3 years ago, Your Honour, I was involved in a road accident. My husband was taken in 71.
Taken? Oh, yes. Now, in what ways is Deanna a good daughter to you?
I couldn't manage without the child, that's a sure thing. She washes and cooks and cleans, Deanna does. Helps me bathe and dress. She's grown before her time, maybe, into adult ways, but she's only a little one, really. You can see that for yourselves. And she does have upsets. I'm bound to say that.
Oh? To what kind of upsets are you referring?
What she feels she's missing out, you see. Like at the party when all the gate crashers come in. It was a long time since she'd had a speck of fun at all. And I'm not suggesting that child did hit any human soul with a broken bottle. I know she did not. But I won't doubt she got carried away by the excitement and joined in the ugly behaviour, when she should have stood back and turned the other cheek.
Mr. Harvey?
You say you know she did not commit that wounding offence for which she was convicted.
I know my daughter. If that child were to injure anybody, she couldn't face me again, ever.
Now, moving into the present, did you know of her friendship with Beryl Betts?
No, never heard of her. Not till word come my Deanna's held at the station. And I'll never accuse anyone I don't know. But that daughter of mine never injured Mr. Tucker.
You seem very sure.
Oh, if she did do it, I'd be the first to want her punished. You see, whether she's as frightened as a mouse or in one of her difficult moods, that one wouldn't be able to hurt her fly, and to live with herself after.
In what appears to be two quite motiveless crimes arising from an annoyance, you've heard conflicting evidence as to who uttered threats, who took the wallet, and with precisely what intention, who and by what means William Tucker was struck to the ground. Now you must consider the evidence against each defendant quite separately. Did that defendant take William Tucker's wallet with intent permanently to deprive him of it? And was that taking accompanied by force? If your answer is yes, then you must find that defendant guilty on that count. Then you must consider whether or not the other defendant knew of the intention to rob and was a party to what was done. If she was, then by law she must be considered equally culpable and also found guilty of robbery. Now, the second count against each defendant is that of wounding with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. You must consider carefully all the evidence that's been given and make a decision as to who wielded the scissors and stabbed William Tucker. Then you must carefully consider again as to whether there was an intention to cause really serious harm. If there was, then you must find that defendant guilty on that count. If, however, you feel that the intention to cause grievous harm has not been finally proved, then you may consider the alternative and lesser charge of unlawful wounding. Now, whichever defendant you decide held the scissors, you must then decide whether or not the other defendant was a party to the wounding, or to the wounding with intent to cause grievous harm to William Tucker. Remember that the prosecution must prove their case on each count beyond reasonable doubt. If they do not, then your verdict on that count must be not guilty. Now, will you retire, elect a foreman, and consider your verdict?
All stand.
Members of the jury, will your foreman please stand? Just answer this question, yes or no. Have you reached a verdict upon which you are all agreed?
Yes.
On the first count, robbery, do you find the defendant Beryl Betts guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the same count, Do you find the defendant, Diana Fine, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
On the second count, wounding with intent, do you find the accused, Beryl Betts, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On the same count, do you find the accused, Diana Fine, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The cases in Fulchester Crown Court are fictitious, but the jury is composed of members of the general public.